Good evening to all the participants joined in the Delhi virtual program on work-life balance conducted by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness. We are conducting the Delhi virtual program on work-life balance from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So all the participants and their acquaintances are requested to join these sessions beneficial for them. We have with us today's resource person, Mr. Stan from French Embassy, and CA Pradeep Gupta, our expert from the Institute of Chartered Accountants, and of course, he belongs to particularly Heartfulness. And with this, we have Mr. Prasanna Krishna and Mr. Rajiv Gupta from Heartfulness. So all experts as well as resource person, Mr. Stan, we welcome to this platform. Right now, with this, I am requesting CA Pradeep Gupta for the introduction of Mr. Stan. And after the introduction of our resource person, Mr. Stan, then hand over the session to Mr. Stan for further proceeding. Over to CA Pradeep Gupta.
Thank you, Dr. Sambit. Before I introduce Stan, I will request all the participants to take a minute of their time to fill up the SWLS survey form. It will take only 1 minute and has 5 questions relating to the work-life satisfaction. How much we have now, so that we can ICI can come out with a measured study that how much impact this program is making on our perception on work-life balance. So with this, I would like to introduce Stan. Mr. Stan works for Foreign Affairs Ministry of France. He worked several years at the Crisis Center in Paris before developing extensive experience while serving abroad in China, India, Turkey, Slovakia, and Bangladesh. He holds a master's degree in law and economy from Nice, France, and is a certified meditation trainer for the past 20 years. He was a visiting faculty in a leading business school in Europe to sensitize students on meditation, wellness, inner transformation, performance, and quality to being. He conducts numerous programs, retreats, keynotes on the benefits of meditation from a scientific perspective in and inspired professionals with new approaches to well-being, performance, emotional intelligence, leadership, and consciousness evolution. He makes meditation fashionable and easy to integrate in our daily busy life. Mr. Stan is driven by the deep aspiration to bring a more heartfulness way of life through his close association with the Heartfulness Institute for the past few decades. He traveled widely around the world to discover different cultures and enjoy wind surfing. With this, I hand over the mic to Stan. Stan, please.
Thank you, Pratik Bhai. Thank you, Dr. Sanbit. And good evening, all participants of the ACAI. I'm again really happy to have this opportunity to speak with you about the benefits of meditation if we practice it regularly. So the first theme is on health and well-being, and in particular on how meditation and relaxation techniques can help us to handle better stress. And you may know that stress is accountable for 70 to 75% of visit to doctors. So handling stress is very much important to be able to, improve our health and our mental health. In the first day, I was explaining how we can, how our environment and our inner environment are intertwined, and how this outer environment can condition the way I respond in my feelings and the way of thinking. And with the very important question is that, are we stronger than our environment or victim of our environment? And if we don't want to be victim of our environment, we need to find ways to counterattack stress attacks and develop. And that is what I've mentioned about on the first day, and especially with some centering techniques, which allow us to trigger this relaxed response, this detached state. And on the second day, I explained how to develop mental prevention. It's good to handle crisis, but let's go to the next level, which is to be predisposed, to be more immune, to have a mindset, to have a brain and a metabolism which is able to better absorb stress shocks. And today we'll go to the next steps, is that we'll try to cultivate a positive attitudes towards stress. And like in all the previous sessions, I would like to do a little small micro practice with you, because we are all busy people. Okay. And we all think, oh, I will do meditation maybe during the weekend or the next moment, next hour, and meditation never comes. So actually, we can do micro practices of meditation, which allows us to break our day and give us a moment of pause to center ourselves, to connect with our deep resources, to feel better, and then operate better in our daily activities. So on the first day, I explained how we can center ourselves. In the second day, I explained how to do an express cleaning. And today I'll come back to this technique on how to centering ourselves, because it is very much related, very similar to the third core practice of heartfulness that we will practice during the experiment after the presentation. It's again an inner connect where we can, whenever we have time, take a moment to center ourselves. So sit comfortably, have your back straight, but without tension. Gently, softly, close your eyes. Invite yourself to be relaxed. And now gently move your attention to the heart and connect to your heart. Connect to your source. Connect to your deepest self. And you can call this deepest self guide you in all your activities. And that is all. Take your time. Keep your eyes closed for one more moment. And just observe yourself, your feelings, your inner space. And absorb this new quality of being. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, reconnect with your surrounding, and bring back your attention to the session. Just see how these 2 minutes of centering have totally changed the quality of our awareness. So whenever we start a new meeting, a new presentation, a new phone call, or when we are starting our meal or drinking a glass of water, let's take a moment to connect when we are waiting at the lift, waiting for the car, whatsoever. Let's take a moment to connect. Okay. So today I'm going to speak about the third, aspect of how meditation, regular practice of meditation, can help us to tackle stress and improve our health and mental health improve our health and mental health. And for that, I will refer to the work of Kelly McGonigal, who wrote a very interesting book, which is called, The Upsides of Stress. So she is a psychologist, and for years she was saying, oh, stress is bad. Stress is very dangerous. Be careful of stress. It can be very harmful. And she used to teach that in companies, in universities, and students. Till one day she came across some researches from Harvard University. And they found out that it is true that stress can be, people who are exposed to high level of stress can be affected by severe impacts, so much that their life propensity can be affected and reduced in 43% of the cases. So then she realized that it was true, but only on two conditions. The first one is to be exposed to a high level of stress. But the second one is to believe that stress is harmful. And it was found that it is not the level of stress or to be exposed of stress which is killing us or which is reducing our life expectancy, but it is the belief, the thoughts, the conviction that stress is harmful for my health. But on the contrary, those who believe that stress was actually positive have an increase of life by 7.6 years. And that was more than people who were stopping smoking and practicing sport, exercising, which were gaining around 4.3 years of life. So I'm not saying that we should stop, we should avoid smoking and not do exercise, but it really shows that the attitudes that we have towards stress, the way we think about stress, can totally change the way our body is responding to stressors. As I've mentioned earlier, most of our sources of stress, they are not physical. We are no longer meeting with the lions, bears, and snakes in the streets, but the new bears and that we meet are in the form of our boss, of our dentist, or our mother-in-law, or whatever we want to think. They are interpreted threats. And this is what is actually causing the fact, which is exposing me to continuous or chronic stress. And that is harmful for our physical and mental health. But actually, stress can be very much positive. When I have a stress response, actually, it kicks my adrenaline, it improves my focus, I am more performant in what I am doing, and I feel happy. So stress is positive. It is called eustress. And we need this. Otherwise, we would be literally vegetables. But the problem is that when we are exposed to too high levels of stress and for too long time, and that becomes distress. And that is what can be harmful if we are not actually able to break or to give a pause to this stress exposure. And there is another author whose name is Idriss Aberkan, who wrote a very interesting book, which is Free Your Brain. And he's explained the power of love. Love can do. When we are watching a very interesting cricket match, or when I am watching France team, at the World Soccer Cup fighting against Argentina, I am very stressed. But do I feel deflated? Do I feel very badly affected? No, I feel actually happy, even if we don't win. So stress can be very joyful, but it just depends on how we love what we do. And that is leading me to quote also another author and a business person, whose name is Simon Sinek. He said that working hard for something that we don't like is called stress. But working hard for something that we like is called passion. Imagine the number, the levels of stress that the mother is facing to raise up the children, the level of stress that when we are starting a new project and we are fully involved. All these Apples and Microsoft, they all started in a garage in Silicon Valley, but they were enjoying so much that they could get all the strongest deceptions and pitfalls and failures, but they come back and they did it again. So they failed, they rest, and they came back. They just loved what they were doing, and they were therefore able to cope with a lot of joy and what they were handling and going through. So this is where meditation can help us. Researches are showing that people who are practicing regularly meditation, they are able to better react to stress, to have a better recovery to stress, to still improve their memory and their cognitive abilities. They're able to have flexible psychology. They are more creative. They're able to develop a higher level of attention and concentrations, which allow them to disregard emotional triggers and to remain more emotionally balanced. They have better interpersonal relationships, and they are more optimistic, happy, and they also develop empathy. So how long does it take? As I've mentioned yesterday, researches, for instance, also for Sarah Lazar, shows that if we meditate just 30 minutes a day during 8 weeks, there is a change in the gray matter concentrations in key parts area of the brain, especially the amygdala, which is in charge of our fight or flight or the rest and digest system which allow us to downregulate the emotional triggers. Dr. Yuan Tang conducted meta-analysis which are showing above hundreds of researches what are the key changes which are happening when we practice meditation regularly. And he found out that there are 3 aspects. One is attention control, self-awareness, and emotional regulations, which are key components of emotional intelligence that we will see in the module 5, where we'll speak more in detail about, emotions. So then now that's allow me to make the link with heartfulness meditation, because the practice is designed to actually give us many pauses, or key pauses in our daily life, to bring back balance between our hectic professional life and our personal life. So we start our day with the morning meditation. We start our day with ourselves, with the best qualities of ourselves, and we meditate on the heart. And that vibration, that's qualities of the heart, will kind of, guide me all through the day in my activities. And after I perform during the day, then I can do some moments to connect, some micro practices, some pauses to, to give me some time to rest during the day. And then when we are back after our working day, we can do our cleaning. So this is the exercise that we did yesterday, where we apply we make the suggestion and apply our will that all the impressions of the day are being brushed out. They are coming out of my system from the back. And instead of it from the front, the sacred current of the source of life is entering into my heart, helping me in removing all the impressions of the day. All the stress, the emotional clutters and mental clutter, that's agitation that have been exposed and that I have stored in my heart and my mind. They are being brushed out, they are being cleaned off, and I can regain purity of heart. Now, there is a third practice, which is called the inner connect, that we do just before sleeping. It is very crucial because it can drastically improve our quality of sleep. Have you tried to go to sleep after watching a horror movie? How is your night? Full of very bizarre dreams, and you are waking up having nightmares and you don't feel refreshed, right? So instead of that, what we do is that we reconnect with our deep self. We invite our subconscious mind to be, because just before sleeping, there is a direct access to our subconscious mind, to our deeper self. And we get into this deep feeling of related to the heart, which are love, care, compassion, kindness, appreciation, courage, harmony, generosity. And all night through, our subconscious mind will absorb these values and transform my belief system to be much more positive and imbibing the values of the heart. So we just do this practice for 15 minutes, 5, 10 to 15 minutes, just before sleeping as the last activity. And then we start again this routine the next morning. Somehow, in the morning, I get connected with myself. In the evening, I refresh myself and recover my best qualities, my best version. And before sleeping, I connect to my deeper self, which again takes me to the next day. And somehow we cultivate the habits to be positive, to be in tune with our deeper self and true aspirations. Okay, so enough of talking. So let's now do the practice. Again, I will guide the relaxation, then the meditation, guided prayer or guided inner connect meditation. Then it will be totally silent. And once it is over, I will take you back to the session, to the present moment, and we can have a time sometimes for question and answers. So please sit comfortably and gently close your eyes. Very softly, very lightly, feeling completely relaxed. Your breathing can be natural, and you can invite yourself to feel relaxed. Now you can gently move your attention to the toes and wiggle your toes so that they can gently release any tightness, tension, stress. And you can feel them deeply relaxed and feel this relaxation spreading through your system. And you can feel the healing energy of Mother Earth moving up, entering through the toes, spreading to the feet, relaxing your ankles, heels, the entire feet. Feel the relaxation, the energy moving up towards your lower legs. Relaxing your calf muscles, your knees. Feel them fully relaxed. The energy is now reaching your thighs, relaxing your entire legs, all the way up to the hips. Feel the energy reaching your lower back, moving towards your abdomen area, your entire belly. Let all these areas completely relax. Feel the energy relaxing your upper back, your lungs, and chest area. The energy now reaches your shoulders. Feel that they are just melting away. The energy is moving down the arms, relaxing the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Now move your attention to the neck. Let it relax. And allow the energy to reach your head. Relaxing the back of the head, the sides, the ears, the earlobes, the temple and the cheeks, the jaws, the chin, all the face muscles till the top of your head. Feel that your entire head is relaxed. Your entire system, from the tips of the toes to the top of the head, is relaxed. And your mind can relax. You can now move your attention to the heart. Connect to your heart. Connect to your source, to the source of light, the divine light already present there, and drawing your attention inwards, pulling your attention within. If thoughts are popping up, just relax. Let them come, let them go. Just remind yourself that you are meditating. We may experience very deep, relaxed states going beyond our grasp. That's okay. Continue with confidence. And now invite this deepest self to guide you in all your activities. Allow this process to be gentle and natural. And let yourself dive deep within. that is whole. Take your time. Remain with your eyes closed. And just observe yourself. Absorb your new inner condition. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Reconnect with your surrounding, yet remaining in resonance with your heart. Thank you, and congratulations for your third meditation together. So now we can have a moment to answer your question. Yes. Okay, so first question on how can we make balance between work and family life? It's a very tough question, but that is why we are doing this practice, is that if we want to perform at our best and be our best, whether it is at office or with family, we first must, master ourselves and nourish ourselves in the best way. So we need to take care of ourselves physically and having good food, sleeping well, and maintain a good brain diet, like in a sense that allowing to have positive emotions, positive stress, so that we're able to navigate with more ease. And then when we are also, more balanced within, more in connection with who we are and the best quality that we are also better with our family. So meditation helps us to be able to better control or regulate stress and our emotions and remain connected, more content. It makes us more focused, so we are more efficient in our professional life. So to develop that, I would say that we meditate in the morning so that we are charged with all these positive emotions and feelings of the heart, with this high quality of consciousness and focus, so that we can perform better during the day. As we are going back home, we do a little bit of cleaning so that I can detach myself from my daily activities and all these agitations, which may be still sticking to my heart, sticking to my brain. We do the cleaning so that I can get back to my true self and give space to my inner qualities to again flourish through me. And therefore I can be better attentive to my family. We may not be able to spend as much time during the working week with our family as much as we want, but that will be high quality time. And that is maybe more important, that amount of time. And during the weekend, we can also, take advantage of our free time to again develop better qualities within and to attend to our family duties. I forgot to mention that also we have the evening bedtime meditation, Inner Connect, which allow us to take the best advantage of our sleep, and the functioning of the subconscious mind. That will be in the on the fifth module, so that we can use our sleeping time to our betterment. Okay, how frequently we may take short breaks during our working hours? Take as many as you need, but don't forget it. Often when we are caught up in our projects, we are so attentive, or there is someone who keeps on talking. So let's be self-aware. Let's check, okay, do I need a pause now? Let's do it. Let's not postpone too much. It will maybe the cost of waiting will maybe too much in terms of efficiency and health. So you can do this very discreetly. You can still be in front of your computer and have a soft gaze. And inside you are connecting with yourself. Inside you are refreshing yourself. And the main idea is to do it so regularly that in a snap of fingers, I get this sense of connection. It really becomes like a second nature. Like it's not like when we are learning to bicycle. At the beginning, we are putting a thoughtful focus to learn how to pedal and keep our balance. But as we are practicing it, it's coming like that. So we meditate not to meditate. Okay, first we have to put some efforts to meditate, so that then becomes a second nature, or in a sense that meditative states becomes our nature. There's nothing interesting in meditation, except that it creates a high quality of consciousness, of presence, of being. And that high quality can remain, with me all through the days. And therefore, I am much more efficient in my professional and more helpful in my personal life. How would we adopt the flexibility in our current role? I'm not sure I understand this. How would we adopt the flexibility in our... How can we... Okay, can we adjust our working schedule for personal commitment? Well, as we practice, and there is the module 4 on decision making, we are able to become much more efficient and clear, because all the stress, the emotional agitation, as they are being removed, there is clarity of mind. And therefore, it's much more easier to discriminate what is wrong, what is not good, and what is right. We avoid taking bad decisions, which makes us much more efficient and save us from a lot of waste of time. And somehow we can see things coming one after the other, which allows us to create time for us. Really, it's a matter of experience. If you practice, you will see so much clarity comes to you and more time is available. So how can we adjust our work schedule for personal commitment? Wake up wake up and start with 30 minutes of meditation. And after you are back from office, then 20 minutes of cleaning, 5 minutes before sleeping of inner connect. You will see. That's instead of spending 2 hours on your phone for things which are not necessarily, transfer this time of mind hijacking for feeding us with mental addictions. Let's control our attention and use our attention and time for inner nourishment. So my investment is reduce this and increase more time of listening, watching your heart. How easy is it for us to switch off from work during our day off? You know, what is the use of being switched off? Okay. So when we are at office, we need to be at office. Okay, so there is no reason to switch off. We have to be present. But the thing is that, the body is here, the mind is there, the heart is there. So I am present, but I am not attending to what I am supposed to do. Therefore, wasting a lot of time. It's like, you read the book and then you realize that you're thinking about something else. And then you come back and you have to read it again. According to Daniel Goleman in his book Focus, this is happening 40% of the time in students. Therefore, they waste double their time. So when we learn to be focused, attentive, present, then we are much more efficient. And then it allows us to create time for then moment of pause. And if we need, whenever we are losing our efficiency, maybe, okay, that's an indication. I may gain time by investing few minutes of rest, of inner connection, to be then taking the best advantage of my next moment. What is transmission on pranahuti? How is it unique to heartfulness meditation? Well, transmission is very difficult to explain, but when we're exposed to it, maybe sometime after the first session, we realize that our inner state is not at all the same. There is a sense of unique calmness and ability to feel connected, which is very evident when we practice. We cannot really describe it, but when we are exposed to it, we feel that there is something. And definitely where we can observe the efficiency of such technique, which is quite unique in heartfulness, is that even first timers or very new beginners, they are able to get totally absorbed within themselves. Maybe not the first session, maybe the second, third, or at least in a week, there are a few sessions. They are able to, rest their mind and feel very much, in tune with their deeper self, with their higher aspirations. There is a sense of peace and contentment which is quite palpable. It allows us to truly transform our consciousness. It is something which soothes your mind, soothes your heart, and makes you, expand at the conscious level, makes me much more a different level of awareness. And that is the beauty of it. As you are practicing, you will definitely see that this is all. That is unique. How I'm able to meditate for so long, or how come it is just passing by like that? Okay, I don't know what time is it. Yeah, I think that's maybe good enough for now. But if there are more questions, I'm happy to reply. Or if Pradipbhai, your Prasanna want to add to my answer, please feel free to do.
Tomorrow we can go for other questions, thanks, as we have already the scarcity of time. Already we have completed the 9:30 deadline, so that we are thankful to Mr. Stan for deliberating on the various aspects of work-life balance in this session. And he has answered the queries whatsoever they asked during the session. And I think that one is well-deserved kudos to you, so that whatsoever is right now deliberated in during this session. We are thankful to CA Pradeep Gupta, CA Mr. Prasanna Krishna, and Mr. Rajiv Gupta for continuing their mentoring and supporting this endeavor throughout the session. On behalf of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee, I am thankful to the participants participated in this program, and I am thankful to each and everyone contributed for this program altogether. With this, we conclude the today's session. Before ending, I have to put it one important announcement before you. That one is one survey we have put it in the Google form, SLWS, so that all the participants are requested to fill the Google form on very urgent basis, so that the outcome of this survey can be presented in a way that you can get it benefited in that one is whatsoever the outcome comes because of that survey. With this, we are thankful to each and everyone present over here. With this, we conclude the today's session. Thank you to all.